You love him? Lillian spat. That's the biggest lie, Lillian. Charlie cut in. This is bad enough, don't you think? What's the big deal if my client knows where her husband is? Is it a secret? You've got all the power to speak for him, so why does it matter? Lillian glared at Alina and Abby, then gave in with a nod. You're right, Charlie. This time, you're right. Okay. Lillian took her seat. Mark got this job offer to lead a big project far away, but it wasn't really a choice, take it or leave the company. He wanted to quit. He planned to talk it over with his lovely wife before making up his mind. The day he got the news, the day he wanted to talk it out with you, Mississippi. There was a day you told Robertson you were off to see your friend, Robert Lindstrom, in that short chat. You made it clear to Mark, you chose your lover over him. You turned your back on him and your marriage that day. No matter what excuses you made, you left Mark behind that night with no reason to stay. He said yes to a job he'd been avoiding. He hoped to explain it to Abby, but she didn't listen. She didn't care about what he was facing, she just pushed her dad away without a sorry. He had to leave by Saturday, leaving him just enough time to sort things out. Mrs. Robertson, you didn't return home and told him to leave you alone while you were with your lover, so he didn't bother you. He mourned his lost family and handled his affairs. He left early Saturday, spent 3 days training with weapons at Fort Benning, Georgia, then he flew to Iraq. He moves between Iraq and Afghanistan and will do so for the next year. The woman with him, she leads his security team, her job is to keep Mark safe. Now you know he left because he lost his wife, his daughter, and his family, all because of you two. Don't talk to me about rights, you both make me sick. The room got quiet except for Alina's and Abby's cries. Charlie looked uninterested. Okay then. As for the split, my client wants it all. No way she gets nothing, no cash help at all. She will either pay my client for his part of the house or sell it. We've got her money records, so we know she can pay him off. What? How did you? Come on, Charlie. Lillian interjected. My client did all the money work in the marriage, he could look at her bank stuff because she let him. She never said he couldn't, even now, that doesn't matter, Lillian. She's got no job right now, that's not my client's fault. Her bad choices got her fired, not Mark's doing. He shouldn't have to pay because your client messed up, Lillian. No need for that, save it, Charlie. It is what it is. My client still owns part of the house. So, I got into the house, I even got it checked for its worth after taking out Mark's cameras. Lillian pushed the house's worth papers across to them. You know my client should get most of the house's value if cheating is proved, even more so since his money mostly paid for the house. I've got all the records showing his bank covered it. Your client, even with a job, never paid once for the house. Charlie looked at the papers, then shook his head. We'll see, Lillian. But okay, go with that. There's also a case where my other client, Abby Robertson, wants your client to cover her school costs, living costs, and give her money like before. Lillian laughed. No way. Abby Robertson is not my client's problem or family anymore. She won't win against my client, so don't bother. She doesn't get anything from us but hate, and she should be glad for that. Charlie, it's no use. Her 4 friends spilled everything. They gave us voice clips and notes of their plan, even their half-done schoolwork. They didn't get any deal for this. They'll all stand in court for my client against his wife and Abby. It's clear Abby led the scheme, and Alina was in on it too. Your client is just burning cash now, but that's on you. They won't get a dime from us. Why are we even here then if you won't budge? What's the point? Charlie asked. 2 reasons. First, to show you the proof we have against you. Second, so your clients could see Mark Robertson and hear his side. They saw him, they know he's serious, right? Lillian didn't look at Alina and Abby, but at Charlie. Then Alina said, I'll fight the divorce. I don't care about the proof. I'll ask for therapy. Lillian's laugh cut through the room. Sure, get the therapy order, but know this, I'll be there in place of your husband. I speak for him. That's not right. I want to talk to my husband. Explain. You had your shot, Lillian shot back. Both of you did. Time to own up, accept Mark's terms, and walk away. Maybe he'll come around, but I doubt it, Lillian. These folks are my clients. You can't talk to them, she said. Then you do it, Charlie, right now. I'm a bit kind because I used to be friends with your people, just a bit. Make me mad, and I'll take everything from them. I hate them for what they did to my friend. Try me, Charlie. They'll be left with nothing. I get it, Lillian. Let me look at what you've given me and talk to my people. You've got till Friday, end of day, 5 p.m., not a second more, Charlie. That's crazy. Here, I'll make it easy. Look at the videos of Alina with her friend. It'll take you 10 minutes to see she's got no chance in the divorce. Spend a couple of hours on the stuff from her daughter's friends. You'll see Alina and Abby are in on it, no question. Spend an hour on your people plotting against Mark Robertson. Take 20 minutes on Alina's money papers. You'll see. You should know where you stand by today, Charlie. These are not requests from my client. If you don't agree by Friday close, I'm going after everything they own. They wrecked my client's life on purpose. I'll wreck theirs, Lillian. I've never seen you like this. Be careful. We should keep things professional. Forget it, Charlie. You know I went to Judge Merkel's court. I used to work for her. She's seen all this, talked to Mark twice. She's talked to Abby's friends and seen their words. You'll have your chance, Charlie. Fair, right? I give you 7 minutes to tell your case, then you're done. Bet you, Charlie, Alina Robertson won't keep Mark's name after the divorce. Keep it simple and to the point. Short words, varied lengths, but make sure the message is clear and strong. You best bring her birth paper to court, 'cause she's going to leave there with her old name, said Lillian. No way. That can't happen. Want to bet coffee for a week? You lose, you pay. No, I won't. That's silly, Lillian. Of course it is. You've never won against me, Charlie. This time I'll beat you so bad, you'll think twice about going to court again. Maybe start a laundry shop. Alina and Abby watched, scared. Lillian's sharp words scared them, and their lawyer, Mr. Baker, was nervous. Very nervous. Alina cut in, Stop it, Lillian. Please, Mr. Baker, thanks, but we don't need you now. Leave the papers and send your last bill to my house. But Mrs. Robertson, she's just making things up, Mr. Baker protested. I've known her for 20 years, she's not making things up, Alina said, checking her watch. You're off the clock at 11 a.m. today. Please go, and I won't pay for my daughter anymore. She can decide what she wants. Mom, quiet. Abby, just quiet, Mr. Baker left in a huff. Alina felt lost, Abby was scared. You should go, said Lillian, her voice cold. Get a new lawyer if you want, but fast. The judge won't wait. I know that, Alina shook her head. No more lawyers. I give up. What does Mark want, Alina? I shouldn't talk to you. I work for Mark, not you. We're still recording this. That's fine, I don't mind. Lillian made a face. He wanted me to turn you both into dust, Alina jerked back, scared by those harsh words. Okay, how will you do that? She asked. You really want to keep talking to me? Yes, I know I'm the one who messed things up with my husband. It's all on me. He didn't do anything to deserve how I treated him, how I made him feel small. What's my punishment? Did you read the divorce papers? I did, but I can't say I remember all of it. Getting them shocked me. I never thought he would do it. I don't know why, but I thought he would agree to keep going with the changes I wanted. I should have known better. I knew he loved me, he really loved me. I thought he would say yes. He had to say yes. I should have known better. Yes, you should have. He's in trouble, isn't he? Yes, he's in danger all the time, but the people looking after him are really good. He might make it. Alina cried hard. He was going to leave his job, she cried. That's what he told me he planned to do until you came up with your crazy idea. Abby could have helped, but she didn't care about him either. I'll pay off the house and give it to him. He doesn't want the house, he said. He'd never go back there, not after what you did in Mark's bed. Then I'll sell it and give him all the money. That's a start. What else, Lillian? You won't get any money from him, no alimony, nothing for you or Abby. Well, definitely not Abby. That means no kind of insurance, nothing. I agree to that. What about you? I'll pay for your lawyer. Mark has covered what needed to be paid. I'm helping my friend for free. What's that mean? It means I won't take any money for helping my buddy. That's my choice, not your problem. Keep your car. He doesn't need one where he's at. There's nothing in the house he wants. What about bank stuff? He took half before he left. Didn't you look at your accounts? No, I should. He left your personal one alone, just took from the joint ones and half the CDs. Mark said the rest are in the office safe. I guess they are if he said so. What else, Lillian? There's more, right? Sure. I got a long list of things to take from you, Alina, but I won't. My friend is in a bad spot, hurting because of what you two did. He wants out, and I agree. The sooner, the better. He needs that peace. Come back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I'll have the papers for you to sign. Sell the house. The divorce can't end until that's done, so be quick. Also, what's your maiden name? Mark's clear you won't keep his family name. He's right, you don't deserve it, neither of you. Sure, Haskell. I was born Alina and Haskell. You'll go back to that name when the divorce is done. Then anything else for me? Yes, Lillian. What about the lawsuit against Abby? That's not for you to handle. She's my daughter. No, Alina. The troublemaker is an adult who broke her family, your marriage, and her dad. She can talk for herself now or talk to the judge. I don't know what to say. It wasn't meant to go like this. Well, it did, you fool. How did you think it would end? Did you believe Mark would just give in to your silly mistakes? Don't you have any respect for the man? Abby was crying hard. He worked so hard, he should have said yes. You fool, worked. You hurt your dad over some papers. Did you even check those papers? Were they a joke? This is crazy, Lillian, stop. Alina, just stop, and your friends, Abby, did they do this dumb thing to their folks too? Abby nodded. Yes, she said softly. We tried, but the other folks, they just laughed at us, two even made fun of us. It's my fault, Lillian. Alina jumped in when she told me, I was all in. I don't know why, it just felt right. I didn't want to lose Mark, no, but I wanted more. Her plan hit me. I was true to Mark our whole marriage, but then I told myself, it wasn't cheating on me. I was just changing our rules, I was freeing me, that's what I told me, at least. My God, Lillian said. And you, Abby, did you think to tell this to Mark when you told your mom? Did you? I didn't want to, I knew he'd say no. So you didn't care how it hit him? I did, I knew it would hurt, and I said I'd help him. Yeah, I saw your texts. You call that help? Getting him to be okay with your mom's bad moves? No, I wasn't, I didn't. Lillian's stare hit Abby, then moved to Alina. Smart, she is. This is smart now. Lillian, you two make me wish I wasn't a woman, you're a mess. Tell me, Abby, you're smart, will you fight Mark's claim? I don't want to, I wish it would just go away. We all wish for things. He's suing you for a lot. What will you do? Abby sobbed. I don't have that much money. I can't deal with this. Please, make it go away. You haven't said sorry for hurting Mark. You know what, that suit will stick to you forever. You earned it. Own up to it. I can't. Then you're stuck, Lon. Please, we should be punished. She lost her scholarships. She can't get loans or grants. I got another job. It pays less, but I'll take it. Let's make a deal. I can pay if it's fair. I don't care about her school. She wasted her chance. You can't pay for her mistake. She must face it. Maybe Mark would. No, I speak for Mark. It's me or the court. She'll lose in court. Fine, Lillian, how much? Tell us a number to calm your and Mark's anger. Lillian sat back, eyeing Alina. Other parents offered $100,000 each. I might take that, but not from Abby. So what then? Give us a number, Lily, and give Abby a number. Lillian thought, her jaw tight. This is a one-time deal. Abby had to take it now or go to court. Got it? Yes, I was asking, Abby. Oh, yes, I get it. You owe $250,000, Abby. You need a full-time job and pay us from your checks. You can go to night school if your mom pays, but you must work and pay this debt on your own. Change your last name too. You shouldn't keep Mark's. If you bail on this, I'll sue you for $1 million. Abby's eyes popped wide, and her mouth dropped open. Then she fainted, hitting the floor. Alina rushed to help her. Lillian didn't look at them. Alina helped Abby sit back up and used water to wake her up. Once Abby was up, Lillian asked, "Done with the drama? Need to cry more? Tell me, are you in, Abby, or not?" Alina tried to speak, but Lillian stopped her. "No, Abby talks." Yeah, I'm in," Abby said, crying again. Lillian made a sound. "You have 3 weeks to land a job. Show me you got one, and how you'll pay to a bank account I'll give you. Come back with your mom tomorrow to sign the deal. Now you two need to leave. You make me sick." Lillian got up and grabbed her folders. "Leland, can I ask something?" Alina said. "Just a sec, please." "What now?" "Mark, do you think, is he okay if I write him an email?" "God, Alina, why? Don't you think he's got enough to deal with? He doesn't want to hear your reasons. You heard him, that was bad enough. Leave him alone. Give it some time, then we'll talk." "Just leave him alone," Lillian said. "It's not that," Alina replied. "I just need to know he's okay. Maybe just a short note from him now and then. Are you still with that loser?" "What?" "No, there's been no one since that day." "It's been just me, I swear," Alina said. "Damn," Lillian muttered. "Don't share this. I'll be so mad if you do. Got it?" Alina nodded, crying. He still got his old email. "Don't mess this up," Lillian warned. Alina cried more. "I won't, thanks. One thing, Alina. Keep Abby away from him. She hurt him a lot, his own kid, you know." "I get it. Thanks." Mark woke up in his dark room, a tiny night light on. Maggie was right there, awake and ready. She said nothing, just looked at him with a calm face. Getting used to her face took time, but Mark liked it. It was kind of nice. "What woke you?" she asked quietly. "Not sure," he said. "Bad dream, or maybe just gas." She smiled, and he saw it, just a bit, but it was there. Maggie could see better in the dark, so she noticed Mark's more muscled chest. He had gotten stronger since starting this job. He had asked for help, and she had shown him how. All of it, his keen interest, had caught her off guard, but she used it well. Though he was close to 42, he now had the fit body of a man 10 years younger. He was also quick to learn in their work. She watched over him, true, but she didn't need to hover anymore. He was able. The thing was, she liked having him around. That was unusual for her. Men usually didn't stick around her for long. It was probably because of her stern face. It scared them off. But not Mark. He said he liked her face, said it was calm and nice. Maggie didn't quite get it, but she accepted it. What she really liked about him was his smart mind, his straight talk, his patience, how good he was at his job, and his way of making her laugh. He teased her in a kind, gentle way. He was brave. Maggie liked that a lot. She also liked that he was a caring lover, always making sure she was happy first. Whatever she wanted or needed, he made sure she got it before he thought of himself. They had been a pair for a month before it happened, and it was a shock to both of them. She didn't plan on it, knowing his troubles at home. He didn't either because of his life back home. Yet they were driving a patrol route in the middle of nowhere when their Humvee's tire popped. They first thought it was an attack and acted fast, but it wasn't an attack, just a bad tire, and there was no spare tire. Maggie called for a tow truck, telling them where they were by GPS. After learning they had to wait 2 hours, Maggie joined Mark by the busted tire. How it started, neither could say, but soon both had their pants down around their ankles. Maggie was down by the front tire, and Mark was with her, sharing a close moment. She felt so much joy, even as her helmet hit the tires inside. When he was done, it was a burst of happiness for her. They were together 3 times before the tow truck came. Each time was even better, but when the truck got there, they were not done wanting each other. To the outside eye, they seemed normal. When help arrived, Maggie was all serious, and Mark was just looking at how the big tire was fixed. They got a spare tire, and the truck went off. They went back on their way, not talking about their moments, but still finding ways to touch a hand here, a leg there, whatever they could manage. They both got it. Things like this were not looked at kindly. Maggie was right there with Mark when he talked to his lawyer on a video call. She touched his shoulder the whole time. She saw his future ex-wife and his daughter for the first time. She wondered why the woman had left Mark, especially in the way she did. Maggie didn't think much of the daughter either. She felt that neither of them was right for Mark. But her hand on his shoulder said a lot. The captain thought it was just to show support, which was partly true but not everything. The word spread fast in their group. They heard why and agreed quietly. They all liked Mark. The captain was good for him, and that was enough. Just be careful, they thought. Soon, Mark got a message from his lawyer. Mark had a good laugh, and so did Maggie. She thinks I'm pretty. She really means that, Maggie asked. Yep, that's Lillian for you. Straight to the point. You've got yourself a fan, Maggie. I'll make sure you guys meet when we're back home. You do that. Why not? Mark said. I don't know. You think we'll still be together? I hope so. It's not just a quick thing for me. I really want to be with you. Is that okay? Maggie paused, then looked away, thinking. Actually, it's fine. I've never had a guy stick around. Mark never thought he'd want one to, but with you, I do. I can't tell you why, but I want to see where this goes. You get me. You like me for me. That's new for me. Let's see how far we can go, okay? I'm here as long as you'll have me. Does that work? Mark grinned. It does more than you know. I hope I make you happy. Maggie let out a laugh. You worry because of what Alina did. She just didn't see what she had. She wasn't right for you. But I'm not her. Winning my heart won't be easy, Mark. Mark was as happy as he could be. He and Maggie had a wild time, and in the end, Maggie was the one to tap out first. Mark didn't think he could be any happier. It took him a while, but he finally got back to Lillian. Lillian, no camels for me, okay? So, the mess back home is wrapping up. How can I ever say thank you? I'd be lost without you. I'm not sure how I got so lucky to have your trust, love, and friendship. Just give me a nudge if you think I'm slipping away. I can't picture my life without you. Did you get the meeting on tape? Could I see it over here in my free time? There's not much to do. Watching you in action might help me move on. No worries if it's not possible. Maggie, the Amazon, knows all my back home troubles. She needed to know for her job. Telling her everything has really helped. She listens well and keeps me focused. She's also been pushing me hard. Maggie calls it fitness training. She's got me in shape. Check out the pictures. I think you'd like her. I've told her about you and want you two to meet when we're back. Maybe at the beach if things go as planned. I might wrap up here earlier than expected, maybe 2 or 3 weeks early. By shaping the message in a more straightforward manner, the essence of Mark's communication is preserved while making it accessible and employing commonly used words. This approach maintains the story-like tone and personal touch of the original message. Old Man Abernathy put a top team together, so let's hope for the best. Lots could go wrong, but we'll see. I really want to leave this heat and the darn sand behind. I hate the sand the most. It gets everywhere. You clean up, and in no time, you feel it on you again. Can't wait to be rid of it. Got to go back to work. Thanks for everything. Love you always, did, always will. Lillian read Mark's email over and over. His words made it clear he and that Captain Maggie were close. He wouldn't outright say it because he's still married, but it was obvious. Lillian felt okay with this. She loved Mark but wasn't quite sure how. She didn't feel jealous about Maggie. Maybe she was just glad Mark had someone there. Maybe that was it. And Maggie. She seemed super attractive. Lillian truly wanted to meet her. Who knows what could happen? Mark's photos blew her away. He always looked good, but now he was something else, lean, tan muscles showing. Maggie must have him working out in the picture. Mark stood in the desert, no shirt, looking off. He had his gun and a small smile. He also got a short haircut. It made sense given where he was in the hot weather. God, he looked so good. Lillian felt a rush. She printed the photo, it was going on her desk. Then she printed another for her house. She also sent the photo to Mark's boss. His work friends needed to see how much he had changed. The other pics were from other times with different looks and clothes, maybe from places far off like Iraq and Afghanistan. He didn't say, so she just couldn't guess. She kept all the pics. Lillian had a sharp thought. She thought about sending that one pic without a shirt to Alina to show look what you lost, but she didn't. It would just make things worse than she wanted. Everything was done, signed, dated, and stamped. Now they just needed Judge Merkel's okay. Lillian didn't want anything messing it up. Just a few more weeks and it was over. But Alina, the woman, thought she and Lillian were still pals. She didn't get hints or clear words that Lillian didn't want to hang out. Alina thought they had to be apart just until the court stuff was done. She really didn't get it. Lillian let out a sigh. That thought was mean and not needed. Lillian knew Alina wanted Mark back and saw Lillian as her way back. It didn't matter to Alina that Mark wanted no part of her. Alina just couldn't see it. She couldn't believe she had hurt things so bad that it couldn't be fixed, their marriage made whole again. 19 years with Mark and she didn't know him at all. Alina was into her new job and seemed to like it. She missed the money from before, but it was a good job. Still, it had room to grow. She also went back to her old name even before the divorce made her. She had a buyer for the house, which would be done next week. Lillian found it a bit of a shock that Alina was doing all she could to meet the divorce needs. Abby got a full-time job at an accounting place. She, too, was doing all she could to meet the deal she signed. But unlike Alina, Abby wouldn't say sorry for what she did to Mark. It wasn't Abby's doing, all on Mark. Everything Lillian felt like giving Abby a piece of her mind. Abby didn't call Mark Dad anymore, just that guy if she even talked about him at all. Abby was mad she had to leave school, work not in her plans at all. Forget her. It took her friend a week to cut the meeting video into small bits to send to Mark, 5 clips in order. I want more pics like the one without a shirt. I'm making a calendar quick, buddy. I need them loads, loads, loads. I'm sending you the meeting clips in several emails all today. One video was too big, so you're getting 5. Sorry if you're upset when you see me telling off Alina and Abby, it's kind of my thing. Hope these clips help you move on. Alina and Abby are sticking to their promise. Your old place will be gone soon, hard to believe. But Alina is all in, making sure everything is just right. She's driving me nuts, wants perfection. Such a bother. She keeps acting like we're still pals, drops hints she might be writing to you. She visits me a lot, which is annoying, but helping you is worth it. Want any updates on Alina or Abby? Just ask. Be careful with Alina, she thinks you're coming back. Your call, but be careful, okay? I'd love to meet Maggie, can I call her that? Hope so. Choose a beach and I'm there. Maggie might laugh, but she makes me think of, what's that old show, Xena Warrior Princess? Yeah, that look. I get shivers just picturing her in it. Wow, does she even have something like that to wear? Man, I'm being naughty, but it's chilling me all over. Maybe I should start dating again. Nah, I'll wait for you. You do owe me a few dances, you know. Don't make me come after you, Mark, it won't be nice. I hope you wrap up that work soon. I kind of miss having you around. Sure miss seeing you or hearing you. Maybe we could Skype some weekend. I've got no clue where you are or what the time would be, so you call me on a SAT or Sun My Time, anytime's fine. Maybe do it once a month, no need to plan it. Whenever you can works for me. Mr. Abernathy talked to me last week. I know he talks to you too. Did he tell you you're getting a big bonus for finishing Phase 1 and Phase 2, whatever they are? He was super happy on the phone, so don't be shocked if you come back a rich man with your settlements. And these bonuses just might happen. Oh, and I sent him your pic without a shirt. He shared it with everyone at work. It's even a big picture in the lobby now. Cool, right? Okay, got to go act like I'm mad or something. Right back when you got time. Say hi to Xena for me, Leland. Right after sending the emails, she had another thought. Dang, she needed to hit the gym. No way she was meeting them in a bikini looking how she does now. Nearly 2 weeks passed before Mark got to watch the videos Leland had sent. He was amazed by how well she did at the meeting. So thankful she was on his side. But he was torn about how she dealt with Alina and Abby. On one side, he was glad to see them get what was coming. It was good to see that. But still, he felt mixed about it. He saw his wife of 19 years and his girl getting pushed down hard. It was tough to see, really tough. Maggie was there with him, both of them with no clothes on, sitting on what they called a sofa, but it was pretty bad. She hugged him tight. Are you okay, Mark? Is this what you want after all you went through? Mark let out a deep breath. Yes, no, I'm not sure. I'm just happy it's done. Leland didn't hold back, huh? Maggie smiled. Nope, she didn't. I think she was really that mad. I like her. How she stood up for you when you weren't there was something else. I don't know anyone who would do that for me. I have to meet her for sure. A friend like her, she's worth a lot. Mark laughed. She is worth a lot, always has been. She was really mad. What Alina and Abby did got to her. It felt like they betrayed her as much as they did me. Maggie paused, then asked, do you think Lillian will be okay with me being a big part of your life, maybe your partner if we end up there? Mark answered without pausing. She will, I'm sure of it, Maggie. She's already okay with you. Her jokes about meeting you on the beach and the Xena outfit, she wouldn't make those jokes about just anyone. Leland thinks you're going to be a big part of my life, and her talking about meeting you at the beach, that means she wants to be a part of your life too. You know Alina and I asked her to come on trips with us lots of times, but she never did. Not once in 19 years. But you and I were not even back home, and she's already said she'll meet us. That's big for Lillian. The Xena outfit, I think that would be cool to see. It shows she's already cool with you. Maggie laughed. Then I guess I should tell you both, I actually have that outfit in storage. I wore it to a Halloween bash in college. It still fits. I have a snap of me in it on the cloud. Want to see? Yep. Maggie got on his laptop, found her cloud, and got the pic. Wow, Maggie, he was all stirred up seeing the photo. Maggie grinned. Looks like you like that pic. You know it. You must have been the star at that party, not just guys. After some drinks, I kind of said anyone who could pin me down could have me. It was a wild night. Mark chuckled. Did any guys try and win you? Sure you want to hear, Mark? Yeah, it's okay. What happened before us is past. Would you judge my past flings? Nope. Well, no guy stepped up, but a woman did, dressed as Wonder Woman, rope and all. She was buff and pretty. She dared me. Mark couldn't hide his excitement. For real, who won? Maggie acted sad. She was down in 90 seconds. I made sure she knew it. What do you mean? It means I took her rope, tied it around her neck, and made her mine. She had to stick by me at the party, kneel by me, and serve me. She even fed me when I needed the L. She was there. After though she lost, she still gave me pleasure for hours when done. I let her finish herself off. Then I sent her away. Mark was over the moon. Wow, Maggie, you do stuff like that a lot. Would you like it if I did? Maggie touched him gently. Ah, yes, Maggie, she laughed loud. I did it just once, Mark. It felt right that night. He threw his laptop on the couch and pulled her close, kissing her as deep as he could. Abby got home before her mom, that was usual, and it was just one more thing that bugged her. The condo her mom got was okay, not too fancy but fine. It had 3 beds, 3 baths, and a spot for 2 cars. At least you couldn't hear the neighbors, the garages were in between the places. Mom put down a big chunk of money on it, not wanting a big loan. She wanted it paid off fast, thinking he might come back. But why would he come back to her, to them? Abby got herself a glass of white wine. She had just turned 19, but her mom was cool with her having a little wine now and then. Her mom laughed it off as being very European. It was Friday, another dull Friday at home. Abby was so bored, she was bored, sad, and down. Her birthday had just passed, and that man didn't even send a text, an email, a call, a letter, a card, nothing. It wasn't right how he did her, not right at all. Mom took her out to a fancy place for her birthday and even sneaked her into a club. Abby didn't dance, though, she didn't know how, didn't want to learn, and sure didn't want to dance with any of the guys asking. But her mom did, she danced with a few guys. She also had quite a few drinks, just enough to get silly, like she was having a blast and thought Abby should too. Mom just didn't get it. Abby couldn't have fun because that man had ignored her birthday. Mom always made up reasons for him, it was really annoying. He might be in a different place, at a different time, she said. He was working long days, she said. How would Mom know that? It didn't matter, just excuses. So what if he was busy? So what if he was in a risky spot, always close to death? It was his choice to be there, he should have stayed home. He should have just done what Mom wanted, he should have worked with her so she could finish her project. If not, he should have stood up for himself, not let Lillian fight for him. That was shameful, it was so embarrassing to have that woman judge her. Abby couldn't stand Lillian, maybe she wasn't sure, and that bugged her too. Tears ran down her face again. Alina came in and saw Abby at the table with wine and tears. She sighed, it looked like one of those nights. Are you hungry, Abby? Do you want to stay in or go out? What do you like? Alina asked. Abby just shrugged. I'm not hungry, Mom. Oh, why not? Just not okay. How about I order something? You might want it later, like Thai food. Sure, Mom, whatever you like. Thai it is. How was your day? Made any friends at work? No, why would I? Because it's normal. So, anything fun happen at work? Abby shrugged again. I got a pay raise with my review today. That's awesome. How much? Abby sighed. $24.50 an hour. Starts Monday. Wow, isn't that a lot? You think it's nothing, sweetie. You've only been there a little while. Most folks get 50 cents to $1 raise for the time you've been there. Why'd they give you so much? Abby frowned. I guess because I found a mistake in one of their reports. Wow, Abby, they have you checking reports? No, Mom. So, here's how it went down. I was taking this paper up to the bosses because I was bored and peeked at it. Guess what? Big mistake, and it would have cost them a pile of cash. I told them when I dropped it off. What did they say? I asked. Abby just kind of lifts her shoulders. Zip. They didn't think I was right. But later, the big boss, he tries to sound mad but ends up thanking me. It was his mess. So, here's the deal, Mom. They want me to hit the books again. They do? Yeah, Mr. Schofield says they'll pay for me to finish school. It would mean I'd work less, though. That's awesome. Why the long face? I said no. I can't work less, I need the money. I got to pay off this big fine because of that dude. Talk to Lillian, she could help, I suggested. No way. I can't stand her. I won't ask her for a thing, Mom. I let out a big breath. It's not begging, Abby. This is a big chance. Lillian can check it out. And help you, she's got the power to do it. I bet she would. It's a no-go, Mom. I won't ask her. And him? He forgot my birthday. I'm so mad at him. Hope he gets what's coming. Do you really hate him, or just mad? It bugged me too, him ignoring your birthday. I thought it was small of him. I wish I had answers, Abby. Maybe he's waiting for you to say you're sorry. You owe him that, so that's where it stood, a big mess. But deep down, I wonder if things might smooth out if everyone just talked. He won't take my sorry, not over the phone anyway. My sorry needs to be face to face. I'll say sorry when he's back. Don't wait, you could email him. You both can fix things. Why should I start? He kicked me out. Yes, he did. I don't have to say why, right? You know he felt your hurt more than mine. He can forgive what I did. I was his wife, you were his only kid. I needn't say more, right? Can't you see how he felt, how he saw what you did to him? Think, Abby. You're smart enough to get it. I didn't deserve that, Mom. It was not fair. Maybe not to you, but Mark thought it was. So, if things are to be fixed, it starts with you. He thinks it all began with you. Don't let your pride or anger keep you from your future. It's silly and childish. Admit it, Abby. You messed up. Own it and say sorry. Abby scoffed. You're just saying that because you want him back, Mom. Yes, I do want him back. I won't lie. I think he'll return to me. You're dreaming, Mom. He won't come back to you. He's moved on. But you won't see it. Won't see what, Abby? How could he replace me, and with who? You think it's Lillian? Be real, Mom. It was never about Lillian, the army lady on the Skype call at the meeting. Didn't you see her right by him? I remember someone there, but seeing him that way shocked me. He had a gun. I just didn't really notice who was with him. It was a woman, Mom, a tough-looking lady too. She wasn't just by him, she was close, right next to him, and she kept her hand on his shoulder the whole time. She never let go or moved away. It was like she was showing he was hers. How did you not see that? I didn't. All I really saw was the mad look in his eyes and the gun he had. I missed the rest. I saw it, Mom. I was staring right at her. No doubt about it. She's with your ex, and she's not letting go. Not over there, and likely not here either. You need to stop hoping he'll come back. Mom, I don't think he will. Alina felt tears come. Mark with another? That hurt deep. He was with someone else. He left us, Mom. No, he didn't. We left him, both of us. He might have someone new, I'm not sure, but he didn't leave us. You're wrong, Abby. We turned our backs, we were mean. We did. You need to see that and fix it. I can't date. I won't let him find me with someone else. I can't. I hope there's a chance to make things right, not if I'm with someone when he gets back. You're dreaming, Mom. He won't care. You sure did. Did you try to talk to him, anything? No, you once said he was just sulking. I saw your messages. He wasn't sulking, but you are and have been.